Hello students, how are you all? So I hope you all are fine. So students, as you know, we are doing whole numbers chapter. So today our topic is properties of whole numbers. And now you all know what are whole numbers. Number starts from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These all are whole numbers. Okay. So today we are going to discuss the properties of whole numbers. What are the characteristics of whole numbers? Okay. So today we will discuss only two properties. First is closure property. Okay, now what is the meaning of closure property? Now first we will prove it under addition. First I will tell you the meaning of closure property. Closure property means when we take any two whole numbers and we operate them. Operate them means we use any one of the operation. There are four operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So when we use any one of the operation between any two whole numbers, two or three whole numbers, we get the whole number only as an answer. Okay, so let's prove. So first I am taking under addition. So I am taking two examples. So first, if we add any two whole numbers, 2 and 3 are whole numbers. So when we add 2 plus 3, what we get? 5. 5 is also whole number. Similarly, second example, if we take 100 and 99, both are whole numbers. If we add them, we get 199. So again, it's a whole number. Okay, so it means it is valid under addition. It is closed, whole numbers are closed under addition. Okay, now second we are taking under subtraction, means on whole numbers we use subtraction operation. Okay, then we will see. So first I am taking 6 and 4. So when we subtract 6 and 4, we get 2, which is whole number. That is fine. Okay, but if I take 10 and 12 as a whole number and I subtract both, so 10 minus 12, which is not possible for you, that you will do in next topics, but till the time you don't know the answer 10 minus 12, that is not possible for you people. So it is not a whole number. We are not getting number here. Whole number. Whole number, you know, which is not in parts. Okay. So sometimes it is true, but somewhere it is not true. So it means whole numbers are not closed under subtraction all the time. Okay. So when we prove any property, it should be true for all the cases. Okay, it should not be false for even single case. So next is under multiplication. Now again I am taking two whole numbers 7 and 3 and I multiply both. So what I am getting? 21, which is a whole number. Next example, I am taking 12 and 10 and I multiply both. I am getting 120, again which is a whole number. So it means whole numbers are closed under multiplication also. Next operation we are doing under division. So suppose I am taking 6 and 3, both are whole numbers. So if I divide both, what I am getting? 2, which is a whole number. Again 10 and 2, after dividing I am getting 5, which is also a whole number. So it means it is true for here. But if I take 15 and 7 and I divide both, so they are not divided equally. Okay, we are getting remainder. So it means 15 divided by 7. In answer we are not getting whole number, we are getting division in parts. Okay, we are getting in fraction. Okay, so which is not a whole number. So it means whole numbers are not closed under division. So what is the conclusion now? What we have concluded from above these four discussions? So whole numbers are closed under addition and under multiplication, but not closed under subtraction and under division. Okay, so please revise this property today. You can take other examples, okay, and you can prove by taking all these four operations. Okay, so next property I am taking is commutative property. Next property is commutative property. Okay, so similarly we will take four operations here. Now first I want to tell you what is the meaning of commutative property, how we will prove. So in commutative property, if we change the places of whole number, then there should be no difference. Okay, so let's take example. First we are proving it under addition. So I am taking here two whole numbers, 2 and 3. So if I write 2 plus 3, and on other side if I change their places, 3 plus 2. So what we are getting? 2 plus 3 is also 5. 3 plus 2 is also 5. So it means if we change the places of whole numbers while adding, so there is no difference in the answer. We can prove it by taking second example, 12 plus 7, then 7 plus 12. So in both the sides we are getting same answer, 19 and 19. So next, now I am taking example of subtraction. So here I have taken two whole numbers, 6 and 3. Okay, so first I am subtracting 6 minus 3 and next 3 minus 6. So I have changed the places of the whole numbers. So let's see the result. 6 minus 3 is 3, but 3 minus 6, we are subtracting here bigger number from smaller, which is not possible for you till the time. Okay, so both sides are not same. Now we will move to next operation under multiplication. Now here I am taking 5 and 7 as whole number. Okay, so 5 multiply 7 and 7 multiply 5. So 5 sevens are 35, 7 fives are 35. Both the sides are equal. So you can prove it by taking another example. So 16 into 10, 160, and 10 into 16, that is also 160. So in both the cases it is true. Now we will check under division. So here I have taken two whole numbers, one is 16 and second is 4. You can take any whole numbers, okay, from the counting. So 16 divided by 4 and then 4 divided by 16. Okay, so 16 divided by 4, we are getting 4 as answer. But when we divide 4 divided by 16 means 4 over 16, which is not a whole number. That is in parts, okay, which is not a whole number. So what will be the conclusion? So it means whole numbers are commutative under addition and under multiplication, but not commutative under subtraction and under division. Okay students, I hope these two properties are clear to you. In next session we will take next two properties. Till then, bye students, have a nice day.